Teach me how to scream. Teach me how to scream, 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 scream.
Hey everybody, I realize at this point I only have maybe 2 or 3 subscribers, but I figured I could maybe do a tutorial on metal screaming. So, I don't know how many of you guys are going to use this, but if you have any of your friends that want to learn how to scream, or if you want to learn how to scream or whatever, watch this video, show your friends, whatever. Okay, so basically what you want to do is this muscle right down here in your stomach, right here near your belly button, called your diaphragm. And essentially what you want to do is you want to use that. That's probably the core of screaming. I personally consider it the most important point that I can think of. Use your diaphragm. Don't use your throat, because if you use your throat completely, if you just use your throat and push the noise out of your throat instead of using your diaphragm, you're forcing it too much, and you can really damage your throat and damage your vocal cords doing that, and then you're not going to be able to do anything. So use your diaphragm. That's important. Point two I want to make is you want to drink a lot of liquid while you're doing this, because you can dry out your vocal cord, they can become sore, your throat can become sore. You want to drink a lot of liquid while you're doing this. Another thing is you have to keep in mind, screaming takes a lot of practice. I mean, it has taken me probably a year and a half, 2 years to get to the point where I am, and I'm still practicing. I still want to get better. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to take that long for you guys to do it. I'm just saying it takes practice. It could take you a week. Could take you a month. It could take you a year or two, like it took me. It just all depends on how much you practice and how often you practice. You want to practice as often as possible, if at all possible, so you can get techniques down. Now, I will say right now, I know there's plenty of techniques of screaming. There's different styles and different ways to scream. Basically, what I'm going to show you is just a basic exhale scream. Okay? Because I don't know all the techniques and shit. I don't know all the terminology, and I know some of the terminology, but I don't know exactly how to do everything. So I'm just going to show you a basic exhale scream, and I guess you can do this and then go from what I teach you, and hopefully do your own research and find out how to do your own type of screaming. Another point I want to make is that everyone has their own style of screaming. Everyone has their own voice. You're not going to go out and, if you practice hard enough, you might, but you're not going to go and your regular screaming is automatically going to sound like Andy Biersack or Chris Motionless or whoever you want to sound like, Ronnie Radke or Craig Mabbitt or whoever. Your voice is going to sound like you. Everyone has their own voice. You're going to sound different. That's okay. You have to learn to love your own style and love what you sound like instead of trying to copying other people. I mean, you might sound like Andy, or you might sound like Chris or Craig or Ronnie, and that's pretty freaking cool. That's congrats for you, but a lot of people are going to go out hoping to sound like someone else, and they're going to be disappointed. You have to learn to love your own voice. You're going to sound different. That's okay. Okay, so the basic way that I started screaming, I don't know if this is going to help you, but I'm going to teach you the way I learned. And so the basic way I learned is start whispering. Just start whispering words, just words and phrases and strings of words, and maybe even full sentences. Just anything you want. While you're whispering, start to use your diaphragm. Push from your stomach. Start to slowly push sound out. So, what you want to do, I'm trying to demonstrate here, but I got to think of what to say. What you want to do is start whispering like this and slowly start pushing sound out like this. Okay, that was a shitty example, but that's what I got. You want to start pushing sound out like that. And once you start doing that, that's the basics of screaming. You just want to push and slowly get louder and louder and louder. Another way to do it is to just make the basic grudge noise, which is, and do that and slowly start pushing more sound out and slowly start getting louder. Again, that was shitty, but that's because that didn't work for me. That's not how I learned. That might work for you. Another thing is if you want to do higher screams, higher pitched screams are a little bit harder. The higher pitch that you go when you're screaming, the wider and larger your mouth opens up. If you want to do a higher scream, you need to have a big open mouth shape. If you want to do a low-pitched death growl or a guttural scream, you have to keep your mouth in a small, tight O. So, low scream, high scream, yeah. It's kind of common sense if you think about it, but just keep that in mind. That's the basics of screaming right there. That's all I can really think of right now. So I realize that I gave some shitty examples, but that's what I can think of. That's just an easy way to practice. So keep those things in mind, and go out, and if you want to be a vocalist, then there you go. I hope this video helps you. And after watching this video, I hope, again, you're not gonna do screams overnight. After you watch this video, I would recommend that you watch plenty of other videos, talk to people that you know that do screams, maybe they can help you. Just practice and do your research. And you want to do different styles, you can research different styles on YouTube or Google or whatever. And yeah, just research and talk to people and practice. I hope this video helped you guys. So yeah, see ya.